everyone, this is Jane here, just doing a little bit more to this lacy journal that I've been working on. And I was looking through this journal the other day and looking at what I'm going to do, extra little things that are going in here. And I was looking at these pages that are quite busy and quite heavy. And I was kind of looking at them thinking I love them, don't get me wrong. But they're not great if you actually want to use it as a writing journal. And it's funny because I do kind of believe in, sort of serendipitous things that happen. And I was watching Pam at the Paper Outpost's recent video. I will link it down below. And she's talking about exactly the same thing, where people had asked her about how she deals with like a busy page or covering something up like that. And I don't want to completely cover it up because I actually really like the design of it, but I really liked what she did because I thought it was fun. So what she was doing was covering bits of book page up, actually, is what she was doing. But I thought I would do something on this page that was a little bit similar. It won't be exactly the same because I've got a mini journal. She's working on something much bigger. And so it's going to be slightly different. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make some journaling space here. In a similar way that she did. It will be similar, but it will be smaller. So what I'm going to use is I've got this bit of paper which comes from an old photograph album. It's a genuine bit of old, like, fly sheet type of thing. All this aging on here is how it's aged naturally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scissors with the like fancy edges. I'm just going to cut a piece. And what I'm going to do is down this edge, I'm going to just trim so the edges match. Okay. So, I actually had another idea as I'm doing this. So I may do this. Just going to cut the edges of this. So it all got the same edges. Right, now what Pam did was she made like little panels. So she would have had like a little square there and a little square there. And she made these two little panels, which I thought were really sweet. But just as I've done that, I'm kind of thinking it might be fun to do just a little pull down. So I'm going to do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use pink, I think, to ink around the edges because brown will not show up against that. I thought pink would be good. Sorry if I'm rocking you about. So just going to put our pink around. You could use any colour you want. Use whatever you want to tie in to your theme. Okay. That's all good. Let me just move these over here. I'm starting to make a mess all over my desk again. The usual thing. So what you could do is just put the panel like that. But I thought I would do like a little, I've done these before in other journals, like a little pull down. So you would have it like that, and then you could pull down to do your journaling. Let me just do that. Right, let me just get this out of the way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it up like a bit of a concertina. Concertina fold. And you could have a longer piece and have 2 or 3 of those, but I think one's enough for this particular thing. I'm just going to re-ink. I'm going to ink that in brown. So it looks like an old-fashioned fold that's been there years. So that's a brown fold there. And then this, you would just stick in here. So it's going to cover up some of the design, but not all of it. It's going to be there to sort of pop out. And then you can just pull this out and journal away on it. And I know, I'm aware that it's going to come down below, but I will put journal cards in here. So you would have something to lean on. You could tuck your journal card underneath and have something there to lean on. So let's just glue this in. Just use a bit of glue stick for this. Just a bit of old paper there. There we go. Right up into the corners. Put the lid on so it doesn't dry up. And then you just pop it in. To be like a pull down. And then what you could do is pop a little piece of sari silk or a little butterfly or anything else really that you have to indicate that that can be pulled down. So let me see what I've got, because I've got a few bits and bobs that we've already made in here. What have we got? Actually, that might be quite nice. I'll pop you back in there. Put you there as a little pull down. That might be fun, mightn't it? You could put it this way up with the butterfly. Yes, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to use glue stick. It should work. If it doesn't, I can come back and check it. And if it hasn't sort of worked properly, we can either staple or we can use the stronger glue. So that'll just pull down like that. Excellent. I quite like that. So that's quite cool. Let me just get rid of this. So that's that one. And I might just try and do one similar to what Pam actually did, just to show you, because I really think it's worth sharing. I mean, you can check out her one. I will link it down below. Let's try. Where should we do it? Where should we do it? Where should we do it? Be careful, some of these are getting glued together. Right, let's try it here, because this one you can't really write on that much, I wouldn't say, unless you want to use like a white pen. So let's try what she actually did. So I'm going to get my bit of old paper. Let's go. I just kind of eyeball things. I don't measure them. I can't be doing with that. Too much like hard work. I tend to do things quite quickly and all the measuring and stuff. I mean, it's great if that floats your boat, absolutely measure away. But it's something that I just find really tedious. So I'm just going to cut the top off of this. So that gives us, that's there. Okay. So I'm just going to cut across here. So I'm just making 2 rectangles really. That's one. We'll make this one a little bit smaller. Okay, so again, I'm going to use pink. It's Victorian velvet, if you're interested in exactly what colour that is. I'm just going to ink around the edges. It's kind of cool because it looks like parchment. And this paper is actually quite delicate. It's very old. So that's one bit. And this is 2 bits. Okay, so I can put them down like that. Right, let's just get the other bit of paper. Just use, get glue everywhere. There we are. That's number 1. And this is number 2. There we go. It's all stuck down. That's all of that glue. All done. So then if you wanted to kind of jazz it up a little bit, you could use some Nuvo drops or liquid pearls, whatever ones you've got. They're all called different things, but basically do the same thing. To make sort of like stud marks here. And I may well do that. You could use like a little sort of sticker. If you had some. Although I wouldn't want to sort of cover too much up, because I quite like the fact that the busy background does show around the edges. So yeah, I think what I would do that way first is I will just use the Nuvo drops a bit. I'm pretty sure that this is what Pam did on her video, but you don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You can do anything you want to do. So just going to make sure that's free flowing. And I'm just going to, I think she did the corners, something very similar. But I'm just going to do down the edges like that. Oops, I've got a bit of a splat. I wonder if we can get that off. Yeah, not too bad. There we go. So it looks like kind of studs, but I thought it looked like, kind of looked like bullet points. Just try something a little bit different. So that was just some ideas about covering up really busy pages, pages you couldn't write on, giving yourself an option to be able to actually write on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to one side in a minute so that Merlin doesn't jump on it, because you know how he goes. But yeah, that was just some little ideas about how to journal on pages that maybe you wouldn't be able to journal on, and just giving a little bit of extra journaling space. So I will leave that one there for now and be back again soon to do a few more different ideas. I've got some things I want to do with envelopes, so I might come back and do that in the next couple of days. In the meantime, hope everybody is well and that things are going well for you where you are. It's all of a sudden started to heat up a bit here, which is no fun for me, but you know, can't moan too much, can we? Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because it really helps the channel out. It's been growing quite quickly over the last few weeks, and I'm so happy about that. I've been doing some extra shorts and things to try to grow the channel, because I'd really like this to work for me. So if you can share it with anybody you think you would be interested, that would be lovely as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Bye for now.